Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
I just like the energy. Like usually when students walk into my program, they're like, I'm not really sure about this. And when they walk out, they are excited.
Homestead High School hosted Ted Wiese and his leadership assembly that hundreds of students got to experience. Find out what it was all about.
Plus, each year a new group of students enter Homestead for the first time, but for some teachers here, they are calling Homestead home for the first time as well. You'll get to meet a few of those new teachers. Those stories and more straight ahead. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Yoonji Che.
And I'm Michelle Bioma. And Yoonji, can't you believe it's already the start of October?
I know, I'm so excited for this spooky season.
I absolutely love fall. Until COVID-19, every other year, Homestead High School welcomed in leadership guru Ted Wiese to speak to a select group of Homestead students. Making his long-awaited return to Homestead for the first time since 2018, HHS In Depth reporter Carly Flanagan brings you a look at what the Leadership Conference is all about.
Every few years, Homestead has the pleasure to have motivational speaker Ted Wiese come and speak to a selected bunch of Spartans. Those Spartans got the chance to learn and become better leaders within the Homestead community. This was done by various leadership activities and listening to Ted's speeches. Many students took part in his speeches over the past few days this week and have all loved attending. It's this reason why Ted always comes back.
Well, I just love teaching students on how to be a leader and how they can make a positive difference in their high school. I just like the energy. Like usually when students walk into my program, they're like, I'm not really sure about this. And when they walk out, they are excited. And hopefully they're motivated to go make a positive impact in their building.
Thank you, Ted, for coming and teaching Spartans how to become better leaders. They are excited to see you in the next few years. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Carly Flanagan.
Thank you, Carly. Each year, hundreds of new students attend Homestead for the first time, but we rarely think about the teachers who are also here for the first time themselves. HHS In Depth reporter Cole Steinacker is now in to introduce you to a few of those teachers.
While there's been a lot of changes due to construction, there's also been differences in the staff this year. This year, Homestead's welcoming 4 new teachers to the front of the building.
I teach the fiber arts courses, and I will teach the advanced fiber arts class next semester. I teach the film video photography class, and I also teach some 3D art as well.
I teach Introduction to Two-Dimensional Art, Introduction to Three-Dimensional Art, and Ceramics 1 and Advanced Ceramics.
I teach child development and nutrition and wellness, along with the work-based learning program for students that do internships after school.
I teach 4 classes of nutrition and wellness, 2 classes of Intro to Culinary Arts, and 1 class of Culinary Arts 1.
Although all of these teachers have had prior experience educating students, they decided to transition to Homestead to try something new.
I taught at Viking Culinary School for many years, teaching cooking classes to adults, students, children, teenagers. I've also taught in an educational setting, 6th grade, self-contained, and 2nd grade, so both in elementary school in Detroit and in New York City.
This is my 9th year teaching. I was at Northside High School for the past 2 years, and before that I was in Indianapolis for 6 years at Decatur Central High School. I applied at Homestead because I heard it was a fantastic place from other students, families, parents, and I wanted to see what it was all about. And so far it has exceeded my expectations. It is a fantastic place. So really just, I guess, Homestead's reputation.
If you see any of these teachers in the halls, make sure to welcome them. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Cole Steinacker.
We've hit the month of October, but the weather is still picture perfect. If you're going to the game tonight at Carroll, it's going to be a great night for football, but you might want to bring a jacket as it will get a little cooler later into the game. I'll be on a little later to let you know how the weather is looking for the rest of the game and into the weekend.
October is National Bullying Prevention Month. Did you know that 1 out of every 5 students reports being bullied at school? 2 out of every 5 students will be cyberbullied before they graduate high school. 3 out of every 5 students who identify as LGBTQ reports being bullied. And 1 out of every 3 students with a disability reports being bullied. Students who experience bullying are at an increased risk for depression, anxiety, sleep difficulties, lower academic achievement, and dropping out of school. Homestead High School's goal is to build a stronger sense of belonging, community, and acceptance of all students, regardless of their differences. If you see something, say something. Let's put an end to bullying at Homestead. You're watching HHS In Depth with Yoonji Che and Michelle Obiama.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth. Monday, October 4th is Children's Health Day, and Homestead's Riley Dance Marathon Club will be leading a number of activities to raise funds and awareness for Children's Miracle Network. On Thursday, October 8th, Rise and Roll donuts will be sold before school by door 2 and 26 for $2 each. All proceeds will go directly to Children's Miracle Network. Kids can't wait for the pandemic to end to get the care they need. They need help now. By purchasing a donut next week, you are supporting the kids at Riley Hospital for Children and other Miracle Network hospitals. Interested in joining the Riley Dance Marathon? Email Mrs. Brayman or Mrs. Klinker to learn how you can get involved.
Seniors, be sure to check out the HHS scholarships page on our website or in Canvas for scholarships with upcoming deadlines, such as the IU Wells Scholarship, the DAR Good Citizen Scholarship, and the Coca-Cola Scholarship, to name a few.
Still interested in traveling to Japan? There's still time to sign up. Just stop by room 208 sometime today or email Mrs. B and let her know you would like information about the trip to Japan. If you did attend the meeting, remember, today is the day. You still have until midnight to sign up and receive your $200 discount.
Speaking of school-sponsored trips, they still have a few spaces left on their trip to Italy in July of 2022 and to Iceland in June of 2022. If you are interested in any of these trips, please email Mrs. B or go to room 208 for more information.
The HHS Speech and Debate team will hold its weekly call-out meeting on Monday, October 4th, immediately following the school day at 2:45 in room 710, Coach Trice's room. If you're interested in participating in speech and debate this season, please plan on attending.
PSAT Day is Wednesday, October 13th. Seniors, please remember to complete and submit your permission form to the attendance office at either door 2 or door 26 by October 7th. The permission form was emailed to you and your parents.
And now here's a look at all the clubs meeting over the next week. K-pop Club meets today after school in room 924. Are you interested in current events? Do you enjoy discussing politics? Get out to Young Progressives today from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 614, Mrs. Smith's room. All political viewpoints are welcome and snacks will be provided. Monday, audio aficionados will be listening to the punk band Gang of Four in the radio and TV room, room 600B. It's your move. Chess Club will meet after school on Monday in room 608, Senora Hoon's room. Then they'll move to room 604C, Dr. Ford's room, to play chess. Go for the snacks and stay for the fun. If you're interested in talking about politics and current events, then go out to the next Young Americans for Freedom meeting on Monday after school in room 718, Mr. Biles' room, to discuss current events and political issues. All viewpoints are welcome.
More clubs meeting over the next week. Basket Weaving Club will meet on Monday from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 204, Miss Lamont's room. Join them as they make fall-themed baskets. Be sure to bring your $15 dues to the meeting. Join Art Club for a Bob Ross paint-along on Wednesday, October 6th in room 108, Mrs. Jones' room. Please turn in your $10 dues to paint some happy trees and clouds with them. Interested in learning about international affairs and geopolitical issues? Go to Model UN's first call-out meeting on Tuesday at 2:45 in Miss Warfield's room, 713. Snacks will be provided. And Catan Club meets Wednesday after school in room 932.
Our current school-issued laptops are only in their second of 4 total years, but a major problem SETS has had since the beginning are the power chargers' electrical wiring being exposed. HHS In-Depth reporter Luke Gayer is now in to find out what caused the problem and what the solution is.
As a new school year begins and the student-issued Dell laptops enter their second year in production, Some students are experiencing issues with their laptop power cords. That was caused by a production flaw and, fortunately, not user error.
We believe it's a manufacturer defect in the design. Our head tech director, Mr. Chase, has been in contact with Dell, and they decided that it was an issue, obviously, with the cords. That's nothing the students are doing wrong. We do not hold any students at fault for what's happening with those chargers, and it took a year for Mr. Chase to be able to get Dell to replace the ones that we have replaced so far.
While nothing can completely prevent the cords from breaking, there are some preventative measures that students can take.
About the only thing I can say, one of two things, is when you unplug it, don't just pull on the cord, grab up by the wall outlet, pull from the wall outlet. And then the second thing would be is when you wrap the cord, don't pull that part of it too tight. It's not a good way to tie them up. That design is very bad as well. But honestly, there's not really anything the students can do.
If students do experience issues with their laptop cord, then they should head down to room 301.
But what students would do is they need to come and see us in room 301 and report that their charger has an issue, and we will document that so we can reach out to them when we do have a replacement available. The good side to all of this is it is a different model. We've had a couple kids beta test them, and they are very happy with them. They think they work great.
With hundreds of students having problems with their laptop cord, the replacements will take some time to get back to students.
We have about 1,000 students to this point that have had the chargers bad. So think about our enrollment of 2,500 students. It's going to take a week to get them ready. We will figure out a way to contact those students to bring them in. Those are only the students that have reported damage.
Although students can't do much at the moment, you can expect a replacement cord either this week or next week, depending on your last name. Be sure to check Canvas for details. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Luke Gayer.
Turning to weather now, the Spartans hit the road tonight to take on Carroll. So what can those of us going out there expect weather-wise?
Jacob Bashford joins us now to tell us that answer.
Thanks, Rochelle and Yoonji. The weather for tonight's football game against Carroll will be a little warmer than last week at kickoff. You can expect sunny skies and a temperature of 71 degrees at kickoff and falling down to 63 degrees by the end of the game. Moving on to the weekend, we will have a high of 79 degrees on Saturday and up to 73 degrees on Sunday. Both days this weekend are scattered with thunderstorms, so be sure to bring an umbrella anywhere you go. I'll be back later on with an outlook on the weather for next week.
All right, thank you, Jacob.
Next in sports, we'll take a look back at this past week from our fall sports teams. And you'll meet one of our athletic teams gearing up for sectionals this weekend. Anthony Gary is in next to break the week down in the Locker Report. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Locker Report. I'm Anthony Gary. Last Friday, the football team rocked Northside in dominating fashion. Sports reporter Caleb Wood brings you a recap of the game.
Last Friday, the Spartans headed up to Chambers Field to play the Northside Legends. Homestead receives the kickoff. Opening drive, it's Peyton Slavin, handoff to Brett Fox up the middle, and he's in. Fox rushed for 124 yards in total. The game now 7-0. However, Northside would come back with this reception by Bronte Johnson, and it's good. The Legends tie it up 7-7. Homestead back on offense. From 25 yards out, it's Slavin to Grady Swing. Homestead now taking the lead. Second quarter, fourth down, Northside in the red zone, but the handoff is fumbled and the Spartans recover. A big stop for the Homestead defense. Spartans get downfield and Slavin runs it in from 5 yards out. But that's not enough. Slavin connects to Anderson to put the Spartans up 27-7 at the half. Second half, once again, it's number 2 with the catch in the end zone. Wide receiver Nate Anderson had 138 receiving yards for the game. Northside back in the red zone, but a repeat of earlier in the game, the Legends fumble and the Spartans recover the ball. Homestead is quickly back on the Legends side of the field. Here's a pass to senior Max Schultz. Spin move and he is in. Touchdown. Homestead goes for the 2-point conversion to activate the mercy rule, and it's good by Brevin Adams. Spartans win big in this one, 49-7 over the Northside Legends, and it was an important game for head coach Chad Zolman as this was his 150th career win.
This week on Postseason Spotlight, we have the volleyball team who is getting prepared for their upcoming postseason run, and the boys tennis team whose postseason is already underway. The volleyball team is alive and on a hot streak as they prepare to go out to Columbia City to start their postseason run. With only a couple games left, the season has shaped out to be the best regular season since 2018.
We are looking awesome. I think we have made such great improvement throughout this season, and I just can't say any more about our team. We are just so awesome.
The Lady Spartans are 5-0 against sectional opponents so far this season, making them the heavy favorites to win the sectional.
So our goal is to definitely win sectionals and make it to regionals. We play Hamilton Southeastern for regionals, and that'll be a tough match, but it'll be such a great one as well.
And that inevitable game against Hamilton Southeastern will be a tough one. Last year, the girls fell short to the Royals 3-0, but this year could be different. Now switching over to boys tennis, postseason is already begun in sectionals, and they opened up with a big win over Wayne.
The season's gone really well so far. We have a super hard schedule, so we had a lot of tough teams that we played, but I think it's gone a little bit better than expected, and we've just had a lot of tough teams, and we performed well at the highest level at the state.
And just like the volleyball team, the biggest test for the tennis team will come in regionals. But this squad has made it a priority to make it past the rival Carroll Chargers in regionals.
I think a good goal for our team is to win regionals, beat Carroll, and then maybe go on to semi-state and maybe win that and maybe even go to state.
Getting to state would be a big accomplishment for this tennis team, but these Spartans have already proved they have what it takes to make it. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Anthony Gary. The teams next week for postseason spotlight are the boys and girls soccer teams. And now another fall sports team gearing up for sectionals this weekend is the Unified Flag Football Team. HHS In Depth reporter Noah Lance is in now to get you caught up with this year's team.
The flag football team kicked off their season in the summer when they first started practicing, but like many other fall sports teams, the season is now nearing an end. The opportunities that the flag football team provides are unlike any other team here at Homestead.
It offers a lot for the students with disabilities, athletic experience, they get to participate in a team sport. Then for the students without disabilities too, obviously it is a competitive team sport.
The flag football team is a great way for students with and without disabilities to compete as teammates. Whether people have siblings on the team or just joined, the team comes together as one.
All of the partners get to play in every game for the most part, and we get to hang out with all the special needs kids, and it's really fun.
It's a time when you really get to show kindness to others and just work together and just get to know new people and work hard at the same time.
Even though the team's record is not great this season, players are still having a lot of fun when competing against other teams.
I've been on the flag football team going on 3 years now. I was here when it started. It's been a fun experience, just being around people who are nice and playing quarterback.
While the regular season has come to an end, you can still support the flag football team tomorrow at 10 a.m. in their sectional game at Warsaw. For HHS In Depth, I'm Noah Lance.
And now looking at your weekly results, the cross-country team had another successful week at a muddy Huntington North Invitational. The girls team finished third as a team, led by a 2nd, 13th, and 14th place finish from Addison Canablo, Lauren Saddington, and Lexi Goebel. The girls are now ranked 15th in the state. On the boys' side, senior Ethan Bates placed 4th place, followed by Chase Molden in 22nd and Aiden Watt in 25th. Overall, the boys' team finished in 3rd place, bringing their state ranking up to 25. The volleyball team got the win Tuesday against the Northrop Bruins 3-0. On the stat sheet, Ellie Spang had 3 aces, Haley Bienenbach had 23 assists, Addie Tyndall had 2 blocks, Olivia Cron had 15 digs, and Kendall Fry had 13 kills. The girls' next match is Lafayette Jefferson tomorrow. The boys' tennis team took the sectional win Wednesday, winning 5-0 over Wayne. Their next match will be regionals Tuesday when they head up to the Carroll Regional. The boys' soccer team played 2 games last Saturday down in Indianapolis. The first game, the boys lost 4-1 against Hamilton Southeastern, and in the second, they lost 1-0 to the number 2 ranked Noblesville Millers. Their next matchup for the Spartans is Monday in sectionals. The girls' soccer team's game versus Northrop Monday was canceled. The girls play tomorrow at Culver Academy. And tonight, the football team takes on the team up north in a huge rivalry matchup. It's your 4-2 Homestead Spartans traveling to the 5-1 Carroll Chargers. Make sure you go out and support the team in tonight's blackout. For the Locker Report, I'm Anthony Gary. Make sure you follow the Locker Report on the social media handles below. Have a great weekend. Jake will have a final check of the weather when we come back.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Yoonji Che informs us about Homestead's jazz band. Learn more about the band and their upcoming concert next week on HHS In Depth.
The weather for this weekend will be getting the warmest it gets over the next week. But the good news is that once Saturday and Sunday are over, we should be having pleasant daytime temps with no rain at all. Throughout the next week, our high temperatures will approach the upper 60s and partly cloudy skies each day with overnight lows dropping into the low 50s. By the end of next week, we're looking at another jump of our temps into the 70s. Overall, once again, for the time of year it is, there isn't much to complain about weather-wise. So get outside and enjoy it while it lasts. Michelle and Yuji, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jacob. And thank you for watching today.
Good luck to the football team as they hit the road to take on Carroll. The theme tonight is Blackout. Have a great weekend, Homestead, and we'll see you back here again next week.